we are doing some nice over-exaggerated front squats, working the knee. Put those feet back now. Come on, come on. I know. Go slower, go down. Slow. See it, fire. Nice. Yeah. Feel it deep into the muscle. There we go.
Feel something deep.
Yep. Love this exercise. You're gonna feel like the fibers are already torn by the time you're done with this. There's a dead zone right in the middle there. Woo.
It's terrifying. No other way to put it.
Brutal. Don't use a machine. Just go free. Just stand.
Shh, don't say anything, but this is all I got. This one plate. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Pray for me.
It's Monday, and you think we're all jazzed up and ready to go. I just did an appearance all weekend. I'm tired. I'm achy from traveling. But what's great is what I got around me is people that will call me out. And it's Monday morning. We got to get up. We got to get moving. Life ain't like that. We don't get to sleep in. And that's what I've done. And that's the one unfair advantage. I got somebody like this. Mark's here for the month, but this guy's been here, and he's consistent, and he's more consistent than me. And that keeps me on track. So if you can.
This guy's cooking and preparing shit from like 3 in the morning till 5 in the morning sometimes. And he's still figuring out a way to make all this work. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
And he got a kid.
He got a kid. And it's just, it's
Another
great.
monkey
It's
wrench.
great to have training partners. And here's a harsh thing. Don't take this the wrong way. Don't train with a friend. Train with somebody that wants to do something more. You know, friends, you get too laid back and relaxed, and you're like, let's take today off. Let's go check a movie. Let's have a pizza or whatever. Have people like this that are getting ready for a show, that battles every single day. Those are the kind of guys that I love having around. And that is, unwrap, put your feet back. Now, you're actually on stage, so there's no relaxing. Right? So flex the leg. Let's see the lines. Now move through the exercise like you're on stage. So we took the exercise, made it harder. Now we just doubled it. Because now he's pre-fatiguing as he's doing the exercise because he has to stay flexed. Instead of letting the muscles flex and relax, he's tight the whole time. Nice, nice. Good. Keep going. 10. Keep going. Look at this. Keep it going. So, if you guys are saying, well, don't you flex through the whole exercise? You don't actually flex through the whole exercise when you're working out something. It's a push and a pull. It's a push or a contraction, and then a release, and then a flex when you're doing it. The difference is trying to stay flexed through the whole thing, even if it's bicep, is a different world than curling it.
Yeah.
Curling it. So the difference there was, again, twofold. It's not much weight. The point isn't the weight, the point is the exercise itself.
Fucking brutal.
Nastiness.
Well, he was telling me about 2 weeks ago that we're trying to shred the muscle this way. And I don't have a lot of striation or separation in that way yet. They're starting to come in a little bit. In the morning when I'm dried out sometimes, you'll start to see it a little bit more. But as I get used to these exercises more, and as I better understand exactly what he's saying, we're not just like trying to work a chunk, just the quad or just the hamstring, or even on the tricep. We're not trying to just work just that. We're trying to get these fibers this way. We're trying to like literally take the muscle, and rather than just moving around and being explosive, which is fun and which is good, it's a good exercise, we're trying to shred them apart. So it's almost like I'm pulling myself down towards the ground, keeping tension on here the whole time, And as I come back up, I'm flexing with everything I have, not locking out, and then coming back down. And it's just a little bit different thought process. So rather than having like mind-muscle connection, it's mind-tissue connection. It's the connective tissue. It could even be your knee. You got a bum knee, you got a shitty elbow. Think about all the little fibers and all the little muscles surrounding that elbow, surrounding that knee. Come on now, get moving. Shred them apart. Yep, come on now.
Easy way. Go.
There you go, Mike.
Nice. Go. There you go. Easy way. Sit. Go.
We're allowed to take our back up.
Sit. Go.
There we go, there we go, there we go. I'll get those quads. Come on now. Stay on them, stay on them. Here we go. Finish out, finish out.
Wait for me. Sit. Sit.
Come on now.
Wait for me. Go. Oh,
Yeah,
there it
good
is.
power, good power. Here we go.
Again, one more like that. Here we go.
Come on now.
Here we go. Sit. 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 Sit.
Always
Go.
getting better,
Go.
always
Go.
getting
Go.
better.
Go.
An opportunity to get better. Here we go.
That translates. Okay, take the weightlifting out of it, take the 4 a.m. out of it. This translates to life. And I guess that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, that utilize this. Get that into the head. You're not the same person that you are on the street, that you are in the gym. Take that aggressiveness and frustration and whatever it is into the weights, and that will power you through the whole day and make you happy.
The person that you are right now, you can change. You can change into the people that you're motivated by, the people that you're inspired by. You can one day become like those people. Somebody that wakes up at 4 a.m. and trains every day. Somebody who wrote a book, somebody who inspired you to do this, inspired you to do that. Whatever it may be, if you start working on it now, over a long period of time, you develop some consistency. You stick to it for a long period of time, you end up developing willpower. Willpower is like any other power that you're able to build up in your body. You're able to build it up and it's able to grow and expand. The more people that you're around and the better those people are, when they're better than you at something, I got no problem admitting he's stronger than me on every exercise in the gym. I got no problem admitting that. But why am I training with him? Because I want to pull some of that too. I want to feel that power. I want to feel that excitement. I want to be inspired and moved by that. And that's going to build willpower in me. Being here for this month is really launching me into this bodybuilding show. I would have given it all I had regardless, but now I'm seeing another level. I'm like, oh, this is different. Mike's been showing me stuff every day. Will Harris has been showing me posing. Tito Raymond has been showing me posing. Charles Glass took time out of his day, showed me some posing. Mike's worked on me with some posing. Stan Efferding's worked with me. These are all people that, of course, they're better at bodybuilding than I am. I've never even seen a bodybuilding show before. So why not absorb that? Why not take some of that on? As I was mentioning to Mike a minute ago, Mike's like, you're able to articulate a lot of these things really well. Well, I haven't always been that way. I haven't always been good with words. I actually was really, my brother will tell you, he's right behind the camera, really, really shy. Didn't want to talk in front of anyone. In front of a camera was one thing. I started to get good at that early, but talking in front of people, never, ever. No way. In fact, when I was a kid, nobody even knew how I ever felt about anything, because they're like, hey, did Mark have a good time? And my dad and my uncle would be like, I don't know, Mark, did you have a good time? I'd be like, yeah, it was great. But they didn't know because I didn't show it. I wasn't like overly like outgoing or anything like that. Point is, you can build upon all this stuff. And I've built all these things up through being in here, through training. The training ends up translating into life because of all the time and energy that's spent on growing in and out of the gym. It's spent on growing in and out of the gym, not just with our muscles, but with our mind, our willpower, and our strength in other areas.
You guys are two of the smartest people I know, but you both struggled in school with learning.
Yeah.
100%.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
School couldn't handle us, bro.
That's what's up. How'd you guys get out of that?
I don't think we ever did. I think that we adapted to the way that society set us up early on. I was a big kid and I was figuring out things. So they thought we got a genius on our hands. So they had me skip grades. They didn't realize I couldn't read and write. And so if you guys know anything about dyslexia, it's an imbalance between reading and writing and IQ. As soon as that's in an imbalanced state, one will enhance while the other one drops. So as soon as that happened, I got pushed into another grade above me. I failed. I failed dramatically. And they go, no, we were wrong. We don't got a genius, we actually got an idiot. So they stuck me, by the time I was in 4th grade, into special ed.
Me too.
And stayed there. And I stayed there throughout my schooling until they realized I was an athlete. And then it got worse because of the fact that I grew up at a time
coddled you a little bit.
that I never spoke about this, but where the school principal would bring me in and go, listen, we're going to get you through. We just need you to play ball. So just show up, get you through, and you play ball for us. And I grew up in that kind of school where from the time we were junior high school, elementary school, sexiness. You just saw it. It's out. But you'll realize that we were just complete athletes, and they just tried to push us through because that was important at the time.
Yeah, mine was so bad that I would write something down, like maybe like Gold's right there, right? Gold's Gym. And randomly in the word, there would be like the number 9. The number, there would be a number in there, and I don't remember writing it.
Were you using a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, and they're like, why is there's supposed to be like a D here? Why is there a 9? I'd be like,
You didn't see it when you did it.
yeah, well, I was like, I think somebody else wrote that. You know, I was so confused by it because I just, for whatever reason, that's the way my brain was working at the time. But just realize some of these things that make us different do make us special. He's mentioned being put in special classes. Maybe that makes you special on a different level, and maybe because you're weak somewhere, maybe it makes you stronger somewhere else. Somebody that can't see, sometimes they can hear things. Stevie Wonder, right? I mean, sometimes they can hear things that other people can't hear. There's all kinds of examples of that, where you're weak in one area and everything else has become so strong to kind of make up for that one thing that you suck at.
I guess one thing, if you take away from this, two things I want to say. Your weakness is never your weakness. That could be your strength. And I want you guys to suck that in. And regardless of how old you are, I'm an older gentleman. I've lived my life, and I'm telling you on the other side that it is basically take your weakness and use that as a strength. And I don't mean rely on it. Don't make it a crutch, but use that to be different.
We'll end on this note right here, if I can pull this off.
Jackness. Oh, okay. There we go.
Whoa.
So, from two guys that couldn't read and write, to success in the health and fitness world, to I think the greatest thing, and I think that you'll agree with this, is it's not about what we've made now for ourselves, but how we have people that are changing because of our struggle, which is just a gift I never saw. That is the most beautiful thing in the world.
It's amazing to affect people directly, indirectly, to affect people that are in your circle and affect people that are even outside your circle. They're just in your social media. But some of my own team, my own squad, they're waking up at the same time. They're getting into training sessions. More of the guys are more hungry to train harder than ever. They're starting to adapt some of the eating, and it inspires me and it motivates me for when I want to slack off a little bit. I see them doing good, I see them eating good, or I see them training hard, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we got to do.
Last thing I want to say is, you saw Gavin Murphy lifting. I need to clarify something. Gavin is not a power lifter. He is not a bodybuilder. He is a guy that just trains weights early in the morning, and he's a token. He's Irish. He's a celebrity chef, but he's lifted more weight than me on certain exercises. And so you said you can change who you are, and you'll see. I just want to say that that's who he is. So when we start talking about and we're training with guys, well, you're all power lifters, or you're all bodybuilders, or you're all strong. He wasn't that, and he is today. And so I'm just saying that your average Joe can become superhuman like that.